Makeup on men, a revolution no one saw coming. Did you ever think you'd walk into a drugstore and see a man comparing lipsticks? In 2025, we've reached a tipping point. Men are no longer just observers in the beauty aisle. They're becoming creators, influencers, and confident wearers of makeup. And it's not just about looking good. This is about psychology, identity, expression, and the quiet revolution rewriting the rules of masculinity. So stay with me. This isn't just a beauty trend. This is about rewiring our brains and our beliefs. Like, comment, and subscribe. Because what you're about to see might just change how you view masculinity forever. The hidden history of men and makeup. Before we dive into today's world, let's rewind. Did you know that in ancient Egypt, men wore eyeliner as a symbol of power and status? That in 18th century France, powdered faces and rouge weren't just for women, but for every nobleman with ambition. Somewhere along the way, makeup became gendered, and yet, in every era where men embraced it, it was about control, identity, and influence. Fast forward to today, and that history is resurfacing. Why now? Because identity is no longer confined to labels, because generations raised on authenticity are questioning old norms, and because the brain is wired for self-expression. When we're denied it, anxiety, repression, and identity confusion follow. The science of self-expression. Let's talk neuroscience. The brain's limbic system, responsible for emotion, lights up when we engage in authentic self-expression. Makeup, for many men, isn't about hiding, it's about becoming. When you apply foundation, eyeliner, or even a bold lip, you're engaging in tactile, focused behavior. This calms the amygdala, reducing stress and enhancing focus. It's not vanity, it's regulation. And for some, it's also transformation, because our brain responds to visual identity. You see a new face, your brain processes a new self. That's why so many describe it as freeing, as empowering, as addictive, in the best sense, breaking the binary, the new face of masculinity. This is where it gets controversial, because when a man puts on mascara, society still flinches. Why? Because it threatens a system, not a science. Let's be clear, there is no biological reason makeup should be gendered. This is cultural conditioning, and when culture gets challenged, there's resistance. But Gen Z, and even Gen Alpha, aren't asking for permission. They're walking into Sephora buying concealer and filming their transformations on TikTok. And the numbers don't lie. Over 33% of Gen Z men in the US say they've used a cosmetic product in the past year. And male beauty brands? They've grown by over 70% since 2020. The future of masculinity isn't silent. It's styled. The psychology of rebellion. Here's a truth you won't hear on the news. Makeup is rebellion, not in the loud, aggressive sense, but as quiet defiance, a rejection of rigid norms. For many men, especially those who grew up hearing "real men don't cry," makeup becomes a personal revolution. And neurologically, acts of rebellion, and especially when rooted in identity, trigger dopamine. It feels good, liberating, because you're not just altering your appearance, you're reclaiming your narrative. You're saying, "This is who I am, not who you told me to be." The neuroaesthetics of beauty and power. There's a term in neuroscience, neuroaesthetics. It refers to how beauty, shape, color, form, affects the brain. When someone wears makeup that aligns with their inner identity, it activates reward circuits. It increases confidence. Cognitive performance even improves. Studies show that when we feel more attractive, we perform better on memory tasks, focus more intensely, and take more social risks. So when men wear makeup, they're not weakening masculinity, they're enhancing identity. And confidence, that's contagious. Influence, identity, and the algorithm. Ever wonder why male makeup artists are exploding on YouTube and TikTok? It's the algorithm. The more we watch, the more we see, and the more we normalize. Men like Bretman Rock, Manny Mouet, and newer creators are shaping not just trends, but perceptions. They're visual proof that beauty has no gender, and as these videos go viral, they trigger millions of microshifts in belief. Social neuroscience shows us that exposure to non-normative behavior, when paired with positive emotion, Rewire's bias. Yes, makeup is changing minds, one swipe at a time. Real stories, real men, let us meet them. A firefighter who wears eyeliner off-duty because it makes him feel alive. A lawyer who uses concealer to cover acne scars and says it gave him back his confidence in court. A teen who found his identity not through a label, but through a makeup brush. Their stories aren't fringe, they're the new mainstream, and they all say the same thing. It's not about the makeup, it's about what it unlocks. This isn't a trend, it's a mirror. So, what do we do with this? We stop asking, why are men wearing makeup? And start asking, why did we ever tell them not to? This is bigger than beauty. It's about identity, freedom, and the brain's deep desire for authenticity. Every time a man picks up a brush, he's rewriting what it means to be himself. And maybe, just maybe, we're all finally starting to see our reflections, unfiltered. If this made you think, share it. If it made you feel, comment. And if you're ready to see the world differently, subscribe. Because this isn't the end of masculinity. It's just a new beginning. Just habits. One habit can change everything.